What is going on, guys? Chase back, this 48 back again with a Wake Forest Dynasty here on College Football 14. Thank you guys for all the support so far through the series. It's been amazing. And we're going to kick this thing off with some recruiting. So let's get into it and let's see what happens here. So right now we're doing the recruiting stage, and right now we're just looking to finish off the recruiting and basically just that recruiting. We're going to show you the leaders, some leaders, Heisman leaders, Heisman top 5, conference standings, everything to do because this is a bye week. So I know the screen is cut. I do not know why for that reason, but it might change during editing and YouTube, so hopefully it does and you guys get to see all of it. But let's jump straight into it. Let's see the top 25. At number 1 is the Alabama Crimson Tide. Number 2, the Gators, who should be number 1 because they played a number 8 team and won last week, while as Alabama played Kentucky, no challenge. There you see 3 through 10, Oklahoma, Texas, Clemson, the ACC leader for us anyway. In the Atlantic Division, there you see Louisville, Stanford, UCLA, another good team I like. Temple, that's surprising. Kansas State, Tennessee at 2 losses. But let's see the 26 through 30 votes. Boise State right at 26 with 350 votes. Fresno State up there in the ranks, only 24 votes. However, they need to get their act together. And speaking of acts together, how about this Demon Deacon team? There you see on your screen a 4-2 record. That is outstanding for us. Although Boston College does lead the conference with 2 wins, Clemson really should. They are both 4-1 overall. However, Clemson has one more conference win than Boston College, so they should be number 1. So, Florida State number 3. We are number 4, very surprising. And good year for us so far as the Demon Deacons work their way through playoff hopefuls. Let's take a look at the other side of the coin. ACC Coastal, the Hurricanes of Miami lead that. Only team with a winning record in conference play. No draws, no losing record, none of that. 3-2 they're sitting. A lot of 3-win teams in this. You got Virginia, who's in last place at 0-1 conference. North Carolina, Miami, a lot of teams. Overall ACC, it would be Boston College and Clemson fighting out right there. So that would be for the ACC title if it ended today. Thankfully it doesn't, and we have more shots to win this conference when we're not supposed to be in the running at all. So let's take a look at the Heisman Trophy winner leaders so far through week 7 or 6, because this is a bye week, so week 7. Mark Wiseman, halfback from Iowa, leads the pack. Then Taylor Martinez, Molina, Devin Gardner, and Taj Boyd, who ripped us apart during Clemson until the very end, which we made a comeback, but it wasn't good enough. So now let's take a look at the championship. No. Players of the week. We're going to do all NCAA. Let's start in week 1. There you see San Diego State. This just going through very quickly. There you saw A.J. McCarron for Alabama, and there's Iowa. Pretty sure the halfback it was going to be because he's leading the Heisman. Now let's take a look at the season stats so far. That's team stats. Not really that interesting. Let's take a look at the season. Tanner Price, 139.5 QB rating, 158 attempts, 106 completions. Very nice, 7 touchdowns, 6 picks, and 1,200 plus yards passing already. Even though that's what you expect, he's averaging about 205 yards a game, but he's been sacked 20 times. Need to cut down on those now. Josh Harris, your leader in rushing yards, but that will soon change. More likely than not, because he's out for another 3 weeks, including this week, for that injury. He has a pectoral injury. Excuse me. We really need him now and when the season winds down, but it's gonna be interesting without him. See what we get here, and it just started raining here in Florida, so you know, good day or not bad day, whatever you want to call it. Voice is a little groggy as you can hear, but Team leaders in, what are we now? Receiving yards. Matt James, the hero of the year so far. He's been doing great. 16 catches. Doesn't lead. That's Josh Harris, even though he's our halfback. He's injured, so look for those other guys to get the ball more. He has team leading reception yards. Our blocking leader, Whit Barnes, the captain and on fire. 6 pancakes, 3 sacks. Let's take a look at blocking. Not going to look at Campanaro or Bishop. Or we are going to look at Bishop, our backup tight end. Forward, Garside, our fullback, and Chase. So those guys have been holding their own. So very nice job so far through the year. AJ Marshall, the star free safety for this team, leading in tackles with 34. And we've been calling him Chris Headland, but it's Chad Headland. He's 7 for 8 on the year with field goals. And Alexander Keinel, our punter, 20 attempts already, 900 yards. Going through, Orville Reynolds, 1 kick return for a touchdown. 96, broke the NCAA record back a couple weeks. And finally, Campanaro, our punt leader, the only guy returning punts with a touchdown and averaging about, I forget what it was, maybe 20 or 30 yards. So, not 30, but 15 to 20. So now let's take a look at the receiving leaders, passing leaders, all that good stuff. Going through, Wake Forest actually has some guys, 1, 3, and 4. AJ Marshall, Justin Jackson, and Ramsey. I can't remember his first name right now, but it'll come to me. So tackle leaders, we do good there, but everything else, it's mediocre, not really the best of the best. Except for Chubb, Brandon Chubb, 49th in the nation at interceptions with 3. There you saw the guy with 6. And kicking leaders, Jay Sorensen for BYU, 56 yards. Very, very nice leg. Chad Headland sitting 1 rank above 100 with a 39, I believe it said. So, next week we got Maryland. That's going to wrap it up, guys. Hope you have enjoyed. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Do whatever you feel is necessary, but as always, do it well. This is something a little different. Hope you enjoyed. As always, see you tomorrow. Have a good day.